Here's an insight. The thinking mind is different to the speaking mind. That is different to the writing mind. And it's something I've realized by journaling recently, by writing a lot recently, and then comparing that to the mind that thinks, that's always thinking. And I kind of realized actually that they are disconnected. There's a connection, but they are disconnected. And what I noticed when I just recorded a video, my last video, while I was speaking, is I was speaking and I had perspectives that I hadn't even truly thought about. But it was like they were there in my brain, somewhere in my brain, in a different place. And what I'm saying in this video is that you can't access all of your brain. You can't access all of your thinking mind just from thought. You can't access all of your thinking mind just from writing or just from speaking. But you can access different sections of the mind, filtered through different areas of the brain, which allows very different and diverse ways of thinking, speaking, understanding. So what I'm really suggesting here, guys, is that to truly have or truly understand something in a very well-rounded way, practice all three. Practice speaking, speak to a camera, and you might be surprised that the speaking that comes out to a camera may be things you didn't even think about if you just allow it to come out. Same as writing, just write. Just notice, wow, this came out. That's interesting. And as you get better at writing, you might notice you can process information in very different and unique ways that can really help you. And then thinking is probably the thing we do most of. So you probably don't have to worry about that. But it can still be beneficial to think in different ways. Different structured ways as well facilitate different types of thinking, different modes, different mental states. If you are thinking after meditation, you might notice it's very different than thinking after eating or thinking after something else, thinking after whatever it may be. You may also notice that speaking is different when you are speaking to a camera rather than speaking to somebody else. In fact, the speaking changes when you speak to a friend compared to family. Can you notice that? Can you notice your speaking might change between friends in very subtle ways? Maybe they're just listening, but your speaking actually changes. Why is that the case? And do different people and different opportunities really allow for a different type of speaking? When you speak to one person compared to another person, the way you process information in your brain actually shifts, changes. That's pretty fascinating, right? That's really fascinating. That your thinking actually changes. Your speaking actually changes. And so, to summarize this video, what I'm saying here is your speaking mind is different. Your speaking mind is different to your thinking mind, which is different to your writing mind, and whatever other minds you may have in the way of human communication. There's some I didn't include, like if you know sign language, not something I know, but I'm imagining if you do, it would be a very different way of communicating. I imagine there's all sorts of other verbal, non-verbal kind of dances and movements that could be used for communication. Can you use that as a process or as a practice to enable and facilitate different ideas? I think you can. And I think I'm onto something here. And I think it's the power of using different states and using everything we have to become a better thinker. So, become a better thinker, guys. Try this out. Let me know.